Welcome back to our homestead further on down, and today you are stuck with me, so I am going to take you guys with me on what I'm getting up to today, and we're going to start this morning off with something of epic proportions. Hold on for the time. I have managed to score myself some old polystyrene from somebody in town. He was going to dump them, so save them from the dump, and I'm going to start our very first dinosaur with this. So I'm not going to show you guys the whole process from start to finish, give you a glimpse here and there, and today I'm going to mark out at least one of the pieces I'm going to cut, maybe both of them, and get started on that. And then I'm also hoping I'll get another bed down the bottom planted out, or at least prepared to plant out, but as most of you will know, I have been struggling with a sore back, so I have to pace myself, and that means plans can change as soon as I start feeling it niggle. I take that as a sign to take a rest. So we will see how we go, and I'm going to take you guys along with me. So you would have seen me drawing out the outline, which I will cut out. I have got a carving tool on the way, which is meant to heat up a wire and then kind of slice through it. But for this, I'm thinking I might actually use my little jigsaw. We had to take a step back to see whether the lines made sense, and I don't know if you can see them on camera as well as I can see them with my eyes, but there you have it. Can you guess what we're making? Not going to show you the whole thing or the whole process, but since you're following me today, you're going to have a sneak peek. So I have made the first cut and come to the realization the styrofoam is that thick that my blade is not actually long enough, so I am going to try and cut the rest of the way through with a knife now that I have the outline. Well, all the minions have discovered what I've been out here doing, and they're all coming out to help me in their own way. But for today, I am probably done with this. I've cut my very first piece. There it is. Still got to cut its tail. Making even small dinosaurs is not a small job, so we have shrunk the dinosaur to make it manageable. No. But even shrinking it to about a quarter of its, maybe a third of its real height. Yeah, a third of its real height is still something of epic proportions. So we are making a baby dinosaur, and we will keep you posted. Oh, say hello. Hello. Right. Me and Beatrix and Jasper is meeting us down the bottom. Going to go down and feed the big birds. This is normally something Adina would do, and normally in the evening, but Adina's been at camp for the last 4 days. She is due home today. Hopefully has had a lot of fun, but it means I have been on big bird duty, and I don't tend to have much time in the evening with cooking dinner and getting kids ready, so I have been feeding them in the morning when either Beatrix is asleep, it hasn't been raining, or in today's case when she's woken up and she's with me in the stroller. Now we are, hello Jasper, we are expecting another bout of bad weather, potentially enough that we will have to close the doors on Saturday. It seems nice at the moment, so we are making the most of it, but there is a cyclone on the way, and they're not 100% sure yet how strong it is going to be when it hits us, or where exactly it's going to hit us. You're going to follow me, Dave? But pretty sure, regardless of how strong it is, there's going to be rain and wind involved. So you may or may not see us this weekend, or after the weekend, depending on if we get blown away or not. Right, as you can see, here's one meat bird. We've passed a few of the others along the way, but their pen is just getting a wee bit too muddy for my liking, so we have given them their freedom for now. The garden door is open. Kids have been in there, but I've just planted stuff in there, so it's never a good look when the gate is open.
What is the wheel?
Wheelbarrow is, oh, that might be the kaka one. The other one's full of weeds. Basically, with my back being the way it is, the kids have been helping me out carry the heavier things. This one's not too bad, but the less
2.5 ice cream containers.
Oh, yeah. The less I can carry, the better it is. Good morning! Right, we still haven't decided whether we have 2 boys in here, 2 girls in here, one of each in here. Oh, Louie! Louie is very excited this morning, which is going to make me a little bit nervous to go in here. It could be because I have the stroller with me, which, well, I mean, she's been exposed to strollers before. Louie, are you going to be kind to me? Maybe leave the stroller here. Oh, and I have the camera. I won't take the camera in because she might attack me. I'll set you guys up somewhere. Alright. Oh, well, good morning. Who was that?
That was Blue.
Alright. Louie's behaving. She's waiting by her bucket. Whew. Thankfully that was not a live yet. Hello, my love. Behave yourself. Come on. Come on.
Mom, look, the pigs are hurting the geese.
Alright, I survived the first one. These guys, I'm actually less worried about than Delta and Charlie. Can you take the bucket? Delta and Charlie are more friendly, which actually makes them more pushy. All these birds appear to be coming out of their molt, so they're looking fabulous. Oh yeah, the pigs were definitely bathing. Look at that pond. Hey, my love. Oh, yep, that is Pika. Right, I would talk, but you probably can't hear me. You like your little ride? You like your little ride?
You want me to do the same thing we did yesterday?
Yes. I'll just give you a little bit this time. Alright. Luring them away. Can get in here and out of here with all my bodily parts intact. And it gives the geese a chance to have a quick nibble.
She's like, where's mine?
Right, these two emus are definitely a bit bigger than Blue and Echo, so yeah, we still have no idea male or female ratios, but they are a lot happier separated, so time will tell. You guys go find your food before the geese eat it all. Go on, go eat it. Yeah, there you go. What a life you live, don't you? Yeah. Say hi. Hi. That job being done, I'm going to take you guys for a bit of a, I guess it's an autumn garden tour. Let you guys know what is growing, what has got to come out, and what we are going to put in. So I have been trying to help Luke out a bit more with the garden planning, and whereas I'm okay with planning on paper, I am struggling to actually grow much of anything. So what I have managed to grow is a garden of oats that is growing nicely, and I don't even expect oats out of it. It is a composting crop. And this bed here, I think Luke did introduce it to you guys. We had planted carrots, beetroot, beans, parsnips and radishes, and the only thing that has come up is the radishes, so I am going to have to replant that bed entirely. We are still getting chilies from these plants, but they will start slowing down, and then I have some scattered lettuce and civil beets and a couple more zucchini plants that are still producing zucchini. The corn bed behind us here, that's got to get pulled, so we pulled all the corn up. Are you calling me darling? Yeah? Oh, let me get the brake. There we go. All that corn has to get, well, we've pulled the corn cobs, but we got to pull the plants, and then we are going to plant garlic in that bed. Yes, darling. Let's go for a walk. The beans are still producing the odd bean, but the tomatoes, the odd tomatoes still there, but most of them are rotting away, like from the day they turn red. So it's almost like I should be picking it while it did come off easy, while still not quite ready, and then maybe just ripening them inside, because cracks form. Oh, see, that one's already started rotting. Yeah, there's been a lot of rot this season. This bed's got to get entirely pulled, and I'll have to check what I'm actually planning on growing there. And then we've also got the bed next to it ready to be pulled and sown out. This one here is the one I did yesterday, and it has, you can't even see them because the seedlings are absolutely tiny. Marigolds, I don't know if they're going to survive. Some look okay. And okay, so I have some new plants I've tried that we haven't planted before, and if need be, I guess we will replant them. I've still got the pot out here to show you what I've been working with. These little ones here, so rather than plant them up first, I thought I'd just plant them straight in the ground because there's so many of them, but I may have accidentally killed them. Like I said, I am learning a lot. You see some that look okay and some that just look, well, plain bed. The only other bed that's really growing anything at the moment is another one of my composting crops, which is lupin. So basically the only thing I'm so far successful in growing is the composting crops, ones I can sow and forget about. So I guess me and Luke make the perfect team. He can grow the food and I'll grow the food to grow the food. Yeah, I like that. Right, after a wee break, Beatrix back to bed. I am on my way down to plant the onion seeds. So the goal is 1 bed a day, and today I'm going to do a nice easy one, as in I prepped it yesterday, and today I've got a bunch of pukekoi long keeper onion seeds that I am going to direct sow and hopefully grow. You guys are way too friendly. No, that's not food. Not food. You guys are food though. So those are our meat chickens that we've still got walking around. They are kind of like on a diet so they don't get too fat, to see how long they'll grow, but you can still see how nice and chunky they are. And at this stage that's just I guess good for people to come around and see the different growth rate and sizes of a meat bird compared to a layer or a multi-purpose. Right, so that is the first row done, and I'm just going to get on and do the others with the camera off because I don't want to bore you, but we have another 2 packets with me to open, and of course I have left my scissors up the top, so we will make do with the tools we do have. I did see there are still some seedlings growing, so because Adina has planted this bed in onion seedlings before, but they just didn't seem to take off. So I thought I'd show you, for those of you who haven't planted onion seeds before, how little that seed really is, which means it is way too fidgety for me to go plant them one by one, and I'm just sprinkling them. I will plant all 3 packets, and then any space that isn't being used we will leave unused for now, and then when the seedlings are big enough we will transfer any that are planted too closely and then go from there. So the kids have bought me some cupcakes, which is great because I'm hungry. But while I'm shouldn't eat and talk, should I? So this is probably not a good combo. While I am eating these, I thought I would share a tip with you that I wish I had thought of before giving it to you. So in this bed that has come up is all of these. All those green seedlings here are seedlings of the swan plant. So my tip is, don't plant swan plants in your veggie garden unless you don't let them seed, because this is the worst patch, which Luke said probably because it's also covered up, but there is swan plants popping up everywhere in the garden, absolutely everywhere. And look at that one, found some food on the ground. I thought having swan plants in the garden would be nice because the caterpillars and the butterflies are beautiful, and we've still got some in our garden because some of these plants have caterpillars and chrysalises on them, but I think from now on we should pick off the seed heads before they get big and throw seeds everywhere, because we are it's a weed and I'm going to have to spend quite some time weeding it all out. So don't do what I did. Just like that. So I had planned to go and pull some carrots. However, Beatrix has just woken up as I finished pulling the onions. So now I'm going to go up and give her some love first. And then it's probably time to cook dinner and pick up Adina. So unless I catch you guys later, this is probably it for today.
Hello guys, on this very windy morning. We have got a cyclone heading our way tonight and tomorrow morning. So we're going to spend most of this morning, before it rains, well, I think the kids and I are going to feed the animals. We're going to get a water slide down and a few other things. We've got to try to prevent our place from flooding where it shouldn't flood. Yeah, so if it gets a bit too windy to video, you know why. And I might have to do a voiceover if it gets too bad, because the microphone on the camera does not like wind. Yeah, so I'll meet you guys down the bottom. So this is the kids' water slide up here. We're going to take this down before it flies away, and all these sandbags like this one down here we're going to put down by the bridge so stops it from flooding over. I'll show you in a sec. So we've got some sandbags installed over there, and some banana bags with dirt in it that the bananas didn't come up. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I haven't used the sandbags for there, but they were kind of like a double whammy. Use them for the water slide to hold the tarp down, and the plan was to use them here as well. So yeah, we'll see how they go. Hopefully it just doesn't even flood over this bridge, but at least it's got like just a tiny bit of backup, just to protect it from coming down here into the greenhouse and going down here into the garden that way, because that's done a lot of damage before when it's done that. And I have had once it breached this wall here and like flattened the whole wall. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't do that. But it takes pretty big flood to do that. I think last time it done that was Cyclone Gabrielle. Yeah, anyway, let's go look in the garden, see if we can stop anything from there getting wrecked. Right, there's not much growing in this garden, but the water levels will get right up to the top there if it is a bad flood. But the one thing we do have to do is that we noticed on the last flood is just this weed mat right at the end. It tends to want to like come out, because the pins, I should put long pins, I put short pins. So the kids are just getting some heavy sandbags and just chuck them in the corners, guys. Yeah, and the only other thing that can happen in here is some of this wood can float, but maybe I'll just put it on top or something like that. The ostrich and the emus, they're fine in a flood. They've got high ground up there, but most of the time they don't even go to it, but their legs keep them out anyway. So they are pretty resilient. And the geese over there, they love water, so nothing needs to be done to them. Plus they've got high ground. Most of these paddocks have got high ground. All the other animals, the sheep, the goats and the cow, we moved. They were in this paddock and these other two paddocks, which they are for our open days, but we already moved them last weekend across the creek to some fresh grass because we had a weather warning then as well. So yeah, it's like every week we're getting weather warnings, but we definitely got to move them out of kind of the flood zone on the other side of the bridge, because we gave them some fresh grass over there, so we've got to move them up on the roadside paddock up there, and then they'll be definitely safe. And one thing I do have to do is line trim all this bottom fence, because a few of these gates, the kids said, they've been getting shocked from, and the electrics is nowhere near the gates, but I think the long grass is kind of like connecting the two and causing them to get electric shock. So yeah, that's on my to-do list when I get some good weather. But the last animals to save is the sheep, goats and the cow.
You love me so much.
We're going to get them up there if they follow us. Come up.
Maple got. Oh my maple. Get. He's like, I'm not letting my girls go.
Wow, chump. Wow.
All the way.
Stop it!
Good job, chump.
Come on, Maple.
He's keeping it open for ya. Oh, he's closing it now. Now that Maple's coming.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Damn it.
Go on there.
Damn it, she's out of the water. He's coming closer for you.
You want to close the gate?
There's one more goat.
Success! They're all over there for now. Hopefully they don't go through any fences. We turned off the electric on the other side of the flooded flats. That's the new name. Just so we can get some more heat on this side so they don't go through, or else they're going to be going down the river and die. Alright, I've done what I can with this orange tree. We've already lost a branch. Even though the oranges are still ripening, because it's sort of half broken, which is fine. But there's a lot of other branches like over there that's drooping down, and on this side that's drooping down. I've tied some twine on it to try to keep it up in the storm, so we'll see what happens. It was either that or pull all the oranges off, so I might regret my decision of not doing it, but we'll see. So that's it for that episode, guys. I hope we can withstand the storm. Hopefully it's not as bad as predicted. Hopefully it goes more on the east coast, off the coast, instead of here on our farm. We'll have to wait and see. So hopefully in the next episode we're not showing you this whole flooded video, but you'll have to catch us then. Anyway,